Now on YTV we cross to Radio Air for a late night recipe of baked beans, custard and sauce from the amazing James Whale radio show.
Sorry, Leslie. 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
So you're right. You're relaxed. James, we're on the air in 3 minutes. Can you come over, please? Yeah. Can we just sort out this bit with Jordan at the beginning? What bit? This bit we haven't rehearsed yet, so you know this opening sequence we're doing here?
What are you just dressed up like a prat like that for?
Can you just check this out with us, Mike, so we know exactly what's going on?
Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed.
Are you coming out or what? Can you hear him?
No. What? I can't hear
He's
you.
not hearing you. Just listen to him. As discussed.
As discussed what? He says that all the time, as discussed. I don't know what we were discussing because I'm not... I've got actually nothing coming through my earpiece. If
When are you going to come out again?
I'll get into
What are we going to? What are you going to call? We're going to call Gordon Tristram because I think that's a camp name and I think it sounds rather good.
You're going to get me a great reputation.
Do you always dress up like that?
Well, I was going to actually be in leather and chains tonight.
There's 2 minutes to on air!
So,
Your mother's wearing it.
yeah, coming out.
Your mother's wearing it.
What?
Inside of the glasses.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, listen. If somebody could get me one of those, squiggly wires.
We can't afford it.
Well, we must.
We can't afford it.
John.
Hang on, Mike's here. Because we've only got less than 2 minutes. Can we sort this opening out?
Okay, this is the
No,
bit.
it's
I haven't
wrong,
got my
it's wrong
pen
again.
or my clipboard. This is in the
Never
studio.
mind about you playing a clipboard. Right, this is the bit that we're doing because of Nina, right? Last week.
Say again?
Having a go. Nina had a go at Fergie.
Oh yes,
So this
silly
is the Royal
cow.
Equerry,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
going to give him things to take back.
Look, I'm already beginning to feel a part. I'm looking down on folk already.
Are you?
Oh, yes.
So
Not you, not you, James.
Okay.
Right. So props.
Yes.
Letter.
No, I don't want the letter. Oh, is that for the royal?
That's a letter for the royal family.
All right.
Yeah. To say we're very, very sorry about that disgusting behaviour and that sort of stuff there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. I still don't think I've got this in, as the actress said to the bishop. Yes. You know.
Lovely.
You think it's okay?
Yes.
Because one has to try, doesn't
Yes,
one?
indeed.
One does have to try.
Yeah.
Okay.
right.
Can somebody get my clipboard?
Right, there's 1 minute, so you can stand by and
Can somebody-
starting here with James.
Could
at this
somebody
section,
get my-
walking into the main reception?
How's
What?
the wig?
What do you want?
The wig's all right. I'll go and get it. I'll go and get it.
Look at
I
that.
left
It's
it.
just less than a minute, so be quick.
I left it in the thing.
45 seconds.
Near it. Yeah. Is that right?
I'm coming.
Just give us some level, just talk
Yes,
for a minute.
indeed.
Just say hello to me. What did you have for breakfast?
Good evening. Yes. I had rather nice egg and chips. Don't look up. Don't look up. All right.
Don't
I've got the microphones for you. David
Into position, James. Get into position, please.
Okay, that's how we
Why have you
start.
not got the stuff on your?
No, because you're
Round
giving
the other
me.
side of it.
I'm giving it to you.
You say hey.
James, round the other side of it.
Oh, we can get some more bottles. I must. Okay, over here.
Right, we'll have to go on air now. It's 10 seconds to the titles. In fact, 5 now.
All right.
I've forgotten what we.
All 4 in the rain.
Whaley's on. Welcome, world. Pretty good, huh? I've come up in the world, as you can see. This is the Royal Equerry Tristram. Good evening, Tristram.
Good evening, sir.
And you might wonder why Tristram is actually standing here. Why are you standing here? Oh, I've forgotten why he's standing here. Ah, yes, that fat slag in pink last week who actually annoyed the royal family something rotten, said she'd never watch the programme again unless we sent, first of all, a letter of apology of how she couldn't help it. She was not herself that night. A packet of flavoured condoms and a disposable whale camera for your holiday, Duchess. And what can I say? What can I say? And he'll be back at the palace as soon as he can get there. All right, Tristram?
Thank you, sir.
Good. I beg your pardon, we've got Cecil back on the show tonight. Oh, walk to reception. Yes, walk to reception. Welcome as we talk tonight about taste. What is good taste? What is bad taste? And does anybody really care? Well, a lot of people do, strange as it may seem. Turn motionally now to camera 1. Sit down and introduce you to my guests. We have here Julian Martinez, who is a wine merchant, talking about taste. David Sullivan, of course, who is well known as the entrepreneurial boss of the Sunday Sport. I think that's a good discussion or not? Hang on, you haven't mic'd you up, before. I don't know what we were doing during rehearsals, but we haven't mic'd you up. And David Webb, who actually runs a campaign to repeal the Obscene Publications Act, and we will be talking a little bit later on. Now, if you have any views on taste, what is good taste, what is bad taste, ringers, you know the numbers, here they are, 46 1000 0532, 46 1000, there it is, and you can fax us with any ideas of good and bad taste. There's the fax number, and we're going to have a little vote line. Are we going to tell everybody about the vote line now or not? We're going to keep that as a little bit of a surprise. But let's have a video to start off with, and we think this is very tastefully done. I want you to watch this very carefully because this is the only show where you're going to see it. Mother's Finest, I'm in Danger.
I'm in danger. I'm in trouble.
Mother's Finest and I'm in Danger. A new video from there. I think that's pretty good. Now, can you get upset about that? Don't forget, we want you to ring on 0532 46 1000 if you want to talk about taste, good and bad taste. We're discussing that. And tonight is also a little bit of a milestone in the Wales show, because tonight we are once and for all burying the bimbo. You know, it would have been just a little, no, don't go over the top. It would have been nice for just a little reaction. I'm sorry about that. They're just asleep tonight. We're burying the word bimbo because bimbo was a name that was quite popular about a year ago in all the newspapers and everything else, wasn't it, David? I mean, well, you know, names all over. David had it in the Sunday Sport, and there was bimbos here, there, and everywhere. Now you don't see so many bimbos, so my sexy female assistants on a Friday night will be called whalettes. Good?
Hooray!
Don't go over the top now. All right. First of them is a Keep Fit fanatic. Her name is Tricia. Here she is, and she's going to come on the programme tonight from time to time. Don't grin dear at the camera too much. Try and give the... on your little bouncy thing. Tricia has written to us and told us that she spends 2.5 hours every day exercising every single part of her body, including her nose and her mouth. And this is her first go at it today, and you can see she probably doesn't need very much exercise at all. Now, Trish, do you do this every day? You don't stand there like that on your own every day, do you?
Yeah.
You do? Oh, good. Yes. Yes. Well, that's very nice indeed, and you'll be looking after things tonight, won't you? There we are. How dare people call me tasteless and tabloid television? I don't know where they get the idea from. Do you think everybody should do this?
Yeah.
Claire Short, people like that, they should be doing this, shouldn't they? Give them something to do. What bits of your body don't you exercise?
None.
None. Good. Fine. Well, thank you, Trish. Go away now. Now, into a little bit of taste here. Julian Martinez is a wine merchant. Would you like to pour out some of the Beaujolais Nouveau? Isn't it boring? Everybody goes on Beaujolais races all over the place, and we thought we'd just drink the stuff tonight. This is non-alcoholic Beaujolais, because of that disgusting behaviour last week on the show, which, you know, I just can't, I was covered with embarrassment watching. But, so this, nobody is going to get drunk on. Nearly said pissed, I mustn't use that word. David, do you want to sample this? Or
not for me, then.
You don't? No, I don't mind you. Would you, Julian, you are the expert. I don't really drink red wine. Could you give it a, David, you do?
I'll have a sample,
Yes, funnily enough, I thought you might have a sample. Nice little number.
It's very typical.
Good? Good, fine, okay.
Lovely.
Now, the reason we brought this onto the programme tonight was about a year or so ago, when the programme wasn't seen in every region, we went to visit Julian's wine shop, and I was doing a particularly tasteless piece of research. Look at this.
Whaley goes to town.
Here we are, high up on Ilkley Moor, driving down towards the town of Ilkley, because in Ilkley they have banned this book.
We haven't banned it, it's just that we're not stocking it.
Aren't you? Isn't that the same as banning it?
Not exactly, no.
No? Why aren't you stocking it? Because it seems to be selling very well everywhere where people can get it.
Yes, we do.
I'm afraid I can't say that.
Why not?
Because it's a decision made by our head office and that's it.
They don't stock books that sell well. Are you a pet lover?
Oh, very much so, yeah.
Don't you like the taste of dog? I mean, you know, there's some wonderful recipes in here for fried fricassee of Chihuahua, all sorts of things. You know, kitten crisp and sauerkraut. Don't you think that it might give some of your customers a little humorous smile?
It might offend a lot of them.
You don't think so, really? Do you think they'd be offended by something as silly as this?
I think, yes.
I'm having a dinner party this evening, and I'm looking for, I don't know really. It's got Cobber Valley Red in here, Chateau Artifati, and Bernard Plonker Wine in a Mug. I don't suppose any of those you...
No, I'm afraid not. Not this.
No.
What are you cooking?
Well, I'm doing rib of rover. It's a particularly nice dish here. Rib of rover. Listen, I have had so much trouble in this town trying to get this cookbook. They've banned it in all the shops.
Cahor, what you want is a lot of power, because when you're cooking Old Rover, he's going to be quite a hard old dog.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
So he's
let's
going to be
get a
quite
nice
chewy.
young tender spring one.
Okay.
You know.
Well, they're more difficult to find.
Yeah, they are.
Bit of a delicacy are the younger dogs.
Yeah. The old horse sounds good to me. What's that?
The old horse. Oh, the old horse.
Yeah, the old horse.
Well. Used to be called the black wine of France.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, that's nice.
Absolutely superb. And I think if you were to drape the collar around the top of the bottle, you would in fact increase the whole dish. Would just look the business. Would look the business. But that's the sort of thing I think you should be going for.
Well, as you can see, a very tasteless piece about dogs. Move your feet, Mark, off there when we're working. Thank you. Camera 3 is not working so well tonight either, is it? Now, this is Paul, all right? Paul is very nervous. Paul is here with a computer, and we're going to have a vote tonight. Everybody likes to vote, don't they? So we're going to give you a number coming up on the screen to vote on if you would like to say whether or not the James Whale Show is tasteful or tasteless. If you think it is tasteful, ring this number, 0898 991 291. And if you think it is tasteless, ring this number, 0898 991 291. And we have 1,000 lines here. 292, sorry, it's 292. Yes, they're all the same except for the 291 if you think it's a very tasteless show, or get your finger off there, Mark, and I'll make the jokes, all right? Or 292 if you don't. How many, can we see the calls coming through here?
We can, yes.
We can. Okay, well, while we take a commercial break, I want you to keep looking at the commercials, but I want you to ring those two numbers now and start voting. Is it tasteless or is it tasteless? You know where we are. Have we got those of 4 say yes and 7 say no? Is that right?
That's right.
I beg your pardon. Shut up. We'll take a break. So, what happens now, we've got about 84 people have phoned in and voted in that time during the break, a couple of minutes there to say this is a very tasteful show. 39 have phoned in to say it isn't. I want you to keep on voting. The numbers again, it's 0898 991. You need to ring that for both, 0898 991. 291 if you think we are tasteful and well done, and 292 if you think this isn't a very tasteful series of programmes or not. And you'll keep on adding them up. There's a little problem.
I will do.
It'll cost you about 8 pence to register your vote. So keep doing that as the programme goes on, and we'll come back and see how it does a little bit later on. How's it? Fine, okay. Right, I'll just pop into the studio now because we get on with the rest of the programme. Come on. That's it, good. There we are now. Everybody's here in the studio. We don't want to waste too much time. Apparently that is thought little James at home with love from size 15 feet. Can you see that? That apparently is tasteless. You can't really. Yeah, very nice indeed, very nice. Now, the guests are here with me in the studio. We've got David and Christopher's in here. How are you, Christopher? I didn't know you were here.
No, I see you haven't introduced me, and you've
Well,
also
I
put me on
haven't.
this chair. This is the chair where people get cut off. I've watched your
So, do you want to sit
programme.
up here, Chris? Sit up here if you want. No, if you want to move, sit, but
I'll
do it
take
now.
my chances, but I'm keeping my eye on the monitors.
Okay, do that. You can keep your eye on the monitor behind me as well if you're careful. This is Christopher. What do you mean, who is he? Didn't I didn't introduce you then, did I?
No.
Christopher, who's in charge of Viz magazine.
That is correct.
Viz comic, the biggest selling comic there is. Is that right? How many do you sell?
970,000's a print run, so we'll probably sell about that.
That's not bad, is it?
We're doing 1 million at Christmas, for better or for worse.
And this is the dog's bollocks. This is Viz's comic. I mean, is this tasteful or not? I don't know, really.
That's the dog's bollocks. I've got the crap jokes here as well.
You've got the crap jokes here as well. Any more plugs before we go on?
No,
Good.
get to them later.
David-
But yes, it's tasteful, to answer your original question. It is tasteful.
It is tasteful.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're probably quite right. David Webb here, who is the National Campaign for the Reform of the Obscene Publications Act. Is that right?
Right.
You're the
yes.
chairperson, chairman?
Well, I'm rather grandly and pompously called the honorary director, but that's just to show people I'm not paid for doing it. It's entirely voluntary.
Now, just get this right, David. You want to repeal the Obscene Publications Act.
Yes.
And you want people to be able to see whatever they like.
Consenting adults the freedom to choose for themselves what they see, what they read, and what they hear.
He's not paid for it, he's doing it purely for pleasure.
Are you?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Absolutely.
Good.
That, of course, would bring us in line with virtually all other countries of the so-called free Western world, which we still, are subjected to
What
these
is
draconian
good
laws.
taste and bad taste, though? Can we sum it up? I mean, what to one person is tasteful, to another person is tasteless. So how can anybody decide?
Well, I don't think really taste has anything to do with it, because, taste is in the, as it were, eye, or the whatever of the beholder. But and that is the point of having a campaign against censorship.
But if we did away with all censorship, I mean, surely there are people going to be misusing all sorts of things. Children could be actually in grave danger.
Well, our campaign is not against the retention of certain very limited as possible measures for the protection, in inverted commas, of children.
Okay, how does your society feel about maybe David Sullivan's Sunday Sport being given a lot of aggravation from certain feminists and certain MPs?
Well, of course, these feminists, and the latest demonstration of this was last week, that disgraceful episode where these Claire Short and her cronies, Dawn Primarilla et al., Dame Jill Knight and so on, that are backing this campaign, taking magazines off the shop, quite illegally, legally available magazines. I mean, they are fascistic feminists. I mean, somebody's got to say this, and they've got to be stopped. We fought wars to stop people doing this.
Your blood pressure's going up.
Yes, that's right.
David Sullivan, do you find you get much aggravation from places not wanting to sell your paper or not?
No, none whatsoever. We're nationally distributed, and I would think we're in every newsagent in the country. The newsagents are recognising the reader's choice to buy what they want, and we respect them for this.
Okay. Hang on, just sorry about this, fellas. Listen, what is going on? You're all whispering out there.
Latest update, sir.
The latest update, yeah? You're joking.
No.
Yeah.
Top one's 4, bottom one's 6.
Four rang in who think the programme... Seriously, 4 people rang in and said the programme is tasteful, and 3 said it isn't. Oh, 4,140 so far have phoned us on the vote line. Put the vote line up on the screen. I just want to get this across once and for all. As I say, it is tasteful. 3,275, so it's not tasteful at all, but they love it and keep it tasteless. Sure. So keep voting on those numbers. We did try to get somebody on the show tonight to talk from the Campaign for Broadcasting Standards. Is that right, David? You've got the literature there.
Campaign for Broadcasting Standards?
Oh, it's council, yeah, broadcasting.
The broadcasting. Yes, I brought this with me. Look, look. This is the code of conduct, and there are certain words. There's a list of words, and I opened this on a train. I was going on a train to Oxford to talk to some students, undergraduates at Oxford last week, and I opened this, and a 16-year-old girl next to me. Look at this, chart 3. I opened this on a train. A girl next to me, and there's a list of unacceptability. Fuck, bastard, Christ, Jesus.
David!
No, it's, look, the Broadcasting Standards Council Code of Conduct. Show this to the world. Lord Rees-Mogg, why don't you put a red triangle on your publication?
Speaks the voice of reason.
Hang on, not for children.
It looks like I'm the only person here who's going to speak on behalf of the great moral majority.
Yes, I think, Chris, I think you're absolutely right, Chris. What can you say that's moral today?
Well, could I have another chair, please? I feel sickened.
Why? Do you want to come over here?
No, it's all right. I mean, goodness gracious, we bring out a respectable family publication, perhaps aimed at the older members of the family.
Yeah. Right. Okay, well, listen, I like your opinions. David's holding up the best of Sunday Sport as well. Very good, David. You've got the plug in there as well.
I did, James. And can I say, what? It always wonders me, on the 0898 phone-ins, where the money goes, and tonight, as it saved the children, why don't you say here and now, all the money that people get for ringing in, all the proceeds, got to save the children tonight.
Good idea, good idea.
Because I always wonder, I watch it on Search for the Star and this, that and the other, I think, where does the money go?
Well,
why should the TV companies make money out of the poor viewers who are ringing in to give their opinion? So tonight, whoever gets the cash, Let's give it to charity.
Oh, who's ever getting the cash, we'll give it to charity.
I'll
That's
stick
great.
a fiver in.
You'll stick a fiver in? That's good. Now, gentlemen, I'd like your attention to this, and I'd like you to tell me whether or not this is tasteful. There are many specialist magazines on the markets these days. We're going to find out about one now, which is tasteful? I don't know. The boss assures me it is. Yes. Come on, you've got to come in as well, or it's not going to work. Come on. I'm looking for the owner of Splosh magazine.
Well, I'm afraid you found him.
Have I?
Yes.
Who are you?
My name's Bill Shipton.
Bill, so I'm James Whale.
Ah, yes, we know about you.
Bill, Splosh magazine, I thought it was a magazine for the car washing fraternity or something like that.
It's something similar to that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of water involved, there's a lot of mess involved,
Yes.
which is not dissimilar, I suppose, to washing cars. But on this occasion, we tend to wash women, men, or whatever. The situation is quite simple. It's a magazine for people who like getting wet and messy.
Ah, right, that's Splosh, I understand. Now, this is a magazine of taste, I'm told.
It is, as you can tell from our expensive designer outfits today.
Yes.
This is a particularly serious publishing venture. I am a particularly serious... yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Would you like to see the...
Is that your real nose?
I'm afraid so, yes, indeed.
Yes,
they're not my legs, though.
They're not your legs?
No, they're borrowed from a friend.
I see, so it's a sort of a glamour magazine, is it?
Glamorous, but we do
Right.
actually cater for both men and women, and in fact amongst a lot of the readers are single women and indeed couples.
Because what I'm looking at tonight is good taste and bad taste. Where would
Right.
you put this magazine?
Oh, it's probably better taste than a lot of glamour magazines, because unlike many glamour magazines, we don't have much bonking in ours. It's not a sexual magazine.
I should
It's
hope not.
just-
If it was a sexual magazine, I wouldn't be anywhere near
Well,
this
I can
place.
guarantee that. I'm
trying to lift the tone of the show.
Well, I can tell that after
Yeah,
Nina Miskoff. Yeah. I think you probably need to.
What an awful nose that man has. Okay, now we filmed that on Tuesday. I have to tell you, we had to cut out a lot of the bits of that because I don't mind people looking at that. If you want to look at that, we've got John on the phone. I think, are you there, John?
Yep.
John actually does read that. I mean, what sort of pleasure do you get out of that, John?
Well, got a lot of pleasure actually. It's
No, well, not the quantity, John, but what sort of pleasure?
well, there's a certain sexual element, of course.
Is there?
Yes.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Why?
I thought it was just sort of cookery for adults, myself.
Well, it's fun. I mean, it's fun.
Do you find it? I mean, John, do you find you an ugly person? Presumably, you are an ugly person.
I think I'm delightful.
Do you find it difficult to get women? Is that why you have to participate in that
No,
sort of thing, or not?
I'm married actually.
You're married. Does your wife do that?
Yes.
Yeah, she enjoys it as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and therefore, presumably, you contribute to this awful magazine called Splosh for lovers of messy fun.
Well, it's your opinion that it's
No,
awful.
well, of course, it's my opinion, and I wouldn't want to see it taken off the market if there is a market for it, because that's what freedom's all about. But I mean, I must say, women covering themselves with baked beans, cold custard, chocolate sauce, tomato sauce, and oh.
Yeah, what's wrong
Have
with
you
it?
been looking at a doctor lately? I mean, not looking at it, but has the doctor been looking?
No, I'm absolutely at the A1 condition.
Are you?
Yes.
Good, okay. Well, there's nothing much I can say about that. I think we'll take a break. Thank you very much indeed.
461000. He's waiting for your call now.
Okay, welcome back. Vote line is going strong at the moment. Trish, come here. Bring me the. You've got the latest there, doesn't she? She's going to do some more exercise in a moment, aren't you? Yeah. Very nice. Don't talk. Don't ruin it. That's our whalette. Bimbos are dead. 5,502 think we're a very tasteful show, and 4,685 don't. That's far too many who think we're tasteless. Could we have a few more on those who think it's tasteful? It's 0898 991 291 tasteful and 292 for tasteless. Did that not come up on the screen? Never mind. Now, mail, Wales mail.
Taste and decency, there's a
David,
section...
I'm getting a little annoyed with you, David. Now, I thought it was David Sullivan I was going to have trouble with, who's going to shout at me. He's lost me all the money on the vote line. That's fine. That's all gone to charity. Now, you shut up for a few moments, or you'll be losing me a lot more than that. Now, where are we? Mail, right. From Thrasher in Belfast. Thank you for the letters, by the way, and keep them coming in. If we could flash up, because we're a little behind time now, the address to write in your letters while I read them out. There it is. He says, I see you've fallen for the popular myth that Wendy No Brains James is attractive. In reality, she looks like, well, I can't read that. My donkey is not renowned for its sex appeal either. However, many consider my great English sheepdog a real turn-on. P. Ashford in Birmingham asks, why not have film stars on the show, such as Bruce Lee? Then I could record them on my video. We get an interesting medium, we'll try and do that for you. From Tom Split in Devon, on Taste, he says, I would like to congratulate you on keeping your programme as clean as you have through very difficult circumstances. Spiritual more than anything else. Thank you so much. And Sue Holbrook in London W1, you've really shown yourself up. One can't stoop much lower, amounting to nothing more than nursery school level. I have watched your programmes, but after the last episode, including the Train Spotters, I won't watch again.
I was a train spotter. I'll
Precisely.
them and leave Wendy James alone. There's nothing wrong with Wendy James. I'll stick up for her.
Good. Chris, make sure you get a bit in the show
No,
as well.
she's
David, is there anything you want to say at the moment?
I would like to say we have in Sunday's paper the most tasteless shot that's ever been published.
Really?
In it, we have a 69-stone lady from East
That is
Berlin,
tasteless.
and she's the fattest woman in the world. It is the most incredible photograph, and I urge the great British public to buy Sunday Sport on Sunday and see the most amazing photograph that has ever been published in a British newspaper.
Hang on, just a minute.
End of
Camera on to me.
commercial. End of commercial, James.
David Sullivan is donating all the money from Sunday Sport this week to charity as well. Thank you very much indeed. Wonderful.
Extra sales.
Paul,
There we
hello. Yes, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say the Splosh magazine. I can't see how anyone can talk about it being a sexual turn-on at all. I just think it's totally disgusting, totally tasteless.
Thank you, Paul. A man after my own heart. Here, I'll tell you what, Paul, can you see the TV from where you are?
Sure can.
You can. Well, here, listen, Viz Comic, a lot of people say is tasteless. We find that very funny on the programme. But this
that's funny too.
You think that's funny too?
Yeah.
Oh, good, good. Ziggy Magazine here, right? Okay, this is Ziggy Magazine. How about this for tastelessness? Hang on, you're going to love this. Now, that is tasteless. I mean, poor lady, she's probably a very nice lady. But who wants to see an ugly, fat cow like that on the television? I mean, that's tasteless. Thank you. Pete. Hello, Pete.
Hello, James.
Yes, Pete.
Taste. Well, let's look at taste in clothing.
Yes, Pete.
Well, look
Are you talking about this being tasteless?
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
Oh, luck. Okay, thank you very much. I think it's funny when we cut people off. I mean, he said his point, didn't he? Yes, shut your mouth. Mick from Coventry. Hello, Mick. Hello, Mick.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to say...
Hang on, just a minute. I'll tell you what, Mick. Listen, Chris, if you're fed up with the show and your mate with a big mouth over here who's always telling you what to say, you can go now. No, look, Chris, it's quite all right. If you want to go, both of you can go now. Now, that's more than enough. Now, go on. Go on, off you go. No, go on. Back you go. Right, remove him. Right, okay, take him out. Mark from Knox. Hello, Mark. How are you? Yes, Mark. Mick from Coventry, Mark from Nottinghamshire. Hello, Mark.
Hello, James.
Yes, Mark. Okay.
Viz Magazine.
I beg your pardon, Mark?
Viz Magazine.
Yes, Mark.
I'm glad you got rid of that bloke there.
Yeah, he was a bit of a pillock, I must admit.
Yeah.
You know,
well, this comic is sold.
Escorted out now.
This comic is sold on the shelves with all other comics, which children pick up and read.
Oh, they don't? Do you sell them in your shop?
No, I don't work in the shop.
You don't work in a shop? Do you look at... Why do you go and look at it?
Well, I have read it a few times. But
you enjoyed it?
No, it's terrible.
Well, until he came in with a big mouth now, I quite enjoyed it.
No.
I quite enjoyed it, you know.
I mean, children go in the shop, they pick up something like the Beano.
Uh-huh.
You know, another side of it, they got Viz Magazine.
Yes.
They could, what they got? You got Johnny Thorpe.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. That's one of my favourite characters as well in the magazine. I don't want you going on too much like that. Thank you. Now, we're going to have a little more tasteful stuff. This is... Actually, funny enough, it was in The Sun today, and Simon Le Bon says Duran Duran's video, which features naked female mud wrestlers, caressing themselves with hair dryers is a piece of avant-garde art. Where does that leave us? I wonder. Have a look at this. We even had to edit some of this. Duran Duran. Okay? This is actually a remake of Girls on Film, but this is with slightly less edits than you will ever seen anywhere else. And, well, I don't know. Is this avant-garde art or not? You have a look and listen and ring me and tell me what you think. There we are, Girls on Film, Duran Duran. Tasteless or tasteful? What do you think? Now, Paul's over here at the computer. So far, 6,014 people, careful Mark, kick the bucket, have voted to say we are tasteful, and 5,387 say it isn't. Now, I think after the last bit with Viz, we're probably going to get more saying it isn't, but you can change that. What?
Viz have just sent you this as an apology.
Oh, that's very nice of them. That's very nice of them. 0898 991 291 if you think it's a tasteful show, tasteful series, or 292 if you don't. Now, I'm always prepared to say, okay, you know, I'll extend the hand of friendship in any way, shape, or form that I can. What do you mean get on with that? I was just building it up a little bit. What do you mean get on with it? Tell Cecil's back. Hey, come on, Fatso gives a shag? That's disgusting. Where are they?
Over here.
There's no... Look, I was rude about Nina earlier on. There's no need to portray Nina like that. It's not very funny. It really isn't funny. Never mind. It's dead good. Never mind. It's great. Please, thank you very much indeed. Right. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Okay.
Help me, Chris.
Okay, could you remove him? Take him out. Okay, fine. Good. Let's go. Right. You have to be your own bouncer as well in this. It's not easy, is it, to carry on? It really isn't easy. I'm sorry about that, David. You know, two Davids. Were you? I don't like to get too physical because it makes you look too macho, doesn't it, really? But still, we could keep some people on them now. We got the... what are we doing now? Whaley's Whopper. No, it's not. No. Where are we at now? I've complete... You have to get in there and... Trisha's next exercise. Trisha, take it away, please. Right, what are you exercising this time?
My stomach.
Your stomach. Okay, we'll get on with it then. There we are. Great. Yes. In fact, if I need a minder or something, she would be ideal, David. What do you think? Yeah. A week on Sunday. Very good, yes. Yeah. Now, is this, David, the thing is this actually encouraging people to look at women only as sex objects, do you think?
I think men will always look at women partially as sex objects because that is nature.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, that is the way of the world.
But should we be condoning that, or should we be trying to stop it and
I think we should let people do what they want to do. We're all individuals and we should make our own mind up on what we do with our lives, and nobody should tell us what we do with our lives.
Thank you, Tricia. You look, are you fit today? Have you been working it out today or not?
Not as much.
Not as much, though, because you had to come here. But thank you.
I've had a bit of a rest.
Oh, that's nice, that's nice. Thank you very much indeed, that's lovely. Very good indeed. Now, we've got a competition, haven't we?
Yes.
We're going to give away the that was good, don't hog the park. We're going to give away the first ever Beaujolais flavoured condoms, which are being made by Jiffy, and they're giving those to us to give away as the prize. So you get a couple of packets of Beaujolais flavoured condoms and a bottle of this very fine Beaujolais Nouveau, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, and maybe we'll throw in a copy of the Sunday Sport album.
Yes.
Is that all right?
A signed copy.
And you'll give away
not the Broadcasting Standards Council's Code of Conduct.
Well, perhaps we will, for the discerning listener, in a plain brown wrapper, possibly. Right, David? Okay, David. All you have to do is answer this one very simple question. Julian.
Okay, what is the basic difference between the method of production in Beaujolais to all other red wines? It's as simple as that.
Okay, we're going to take a short break. Don't go away. Oh, well, we're back. Good, yes. Lovely. Now, people who aren't trying to get at me today is Julian here. Now, I think you'll have got the question. If not, just write and tell me what colour Beaujolais is. To the usual address, Wales Mail, care of Yorkshire Television, etc., etc., etc. Now, we must rush on here. Oh, I tell you one thing. I was looking through the paper, actually, and I saw an advertisement that made me wonder whether or not Sky now have any more viewers at all, because there we are. You see, there's an advert there for a satellite TV dish, half price £100, and that must be the last one gone, I think. But, joking apart, they do tell me that a lot of people do buy those satellite dishes now so that they can see this kind of TV programme, beamed from the continent. Enjoy us now, as we look at
zijn, want de service van Jerry reikt verder dan die bij de pomp van oom Loek op de hoek. En daar betaal je voor. Voor elke klant heeft Jerry een vriendelijk woord en een glanzende blik. Jerry laat haar klanten niet alleen prutsen, maar neemt liever zelf de slang ter hand. Club Verotiek is een club waar u altijd op kunt rekenen. We hebben een reputatie hoog te houden. Speciaal voor iedereen die ons gevraagd heeft om meer mannelijk naakt. Elsa uit Groningen, waarom geen adres Elsa? Jerry Shaw uit Heerlen, erotisch papier Jerry. Marja Vissers uit Rijswijk. Emma Jongsma uit Amsterdam, telefoon, nee grapje. Voor haar en al die anderen, hier is voor jullie allemaal Goof. Wij treffen Brigitte tijdens het maken van een fotoreportage op de Bahama's. Je zou denken dat je als model een goed leven hebt als je steeds maar weer naar zulke mooie streken mag. De werkelijkheid is anders. Brigitte moet voortdurend bewegen en doen wat de fotograaf van haar wil. Wilt u ook meedoen aan de Club Verotiek Home Video Competitie? Het is de moeite waard, want zoals gezegd kunt u er prachtige prijzen mee winnen. Beschikbaar gesteld door het bestuur van Club Verotiek. En daarbij komt nog eens dat het leuk is om jezelf op deze manier aan een groot televisiepubliek te presenteren. Het gaat erom dat u zelf een erotische opname maakt. Van uw vrouw, van uw vriendin.
Right, well, was that good taste or bad taste or not? I don't know, really. But do you think, I mean, is that sort of thing, if we get satellite TV, is it going to cause a lot of trouble? Well, when we get more satellite
I'm
TV.
sure it's going to cause a lot of trouble in this country because, you know, the name of the game here is bigotry, hypocrisy and all the rest of it. But, I mean, I don't think it should, and I think it should be quite freely available here, as it is on the continent. Why not?
David?
Exactly the same as David. I think people have a choice. They can turn off the button if they don't want to watch it. If they want to watch it, it's their decision. They're adults, and that's the end of the matter.
See, I thought it was quite funny. I mean, I thought the voiceover was funny. I thought it was a lot more tasteful than Splosh, I must admit.
I agree with you.
You didn't like it?
No, it was boring.
But it wasn't really sexually exciting, but I mean...
No, but I mean, if you're going to watch something like that, you might as well watch good stuff. I mean, why watch some rubbish like that?
Yeah, but the point is, Julian, do you think that you should ban it just because... No.
No.
Okay.
I mean, but my personal taste says it's no good.
Let's take some calls. What are you doing? Let's have the calls. Come on, thanks very much indeed. Donna from Norwich. Hello, Donna.
Hello, James.
Yes, Donna.
I'd just like to say that I think your show is really tasteful because it's one of the few that can actually say what you want about a particular subject without being changed, as they do often in the news.
Donna, can you see behind me what's going on? Thank you very much indeed, Donna. Thank you. Right, go and find some more calls. See what the latest vote is. We're going to say standing there playing with your yo-yo. Anthony from Cardiff. Hello, Anthony.
Hello, James.
Hi, how are you?
I can't decide whether your program is tasteful or tasteless at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean...
Which bits could we change? That's the thing.
No, well, the thing is, you've booted out Christopher from the Viz magazine. You've kept in that, disgusting pervert from Sunday Sport. I can't believe
Don't you like David? I mean, David is such a charming...
I would say I'm from Cardiff, so would he like to reconsider with
hang on, let me ask him a question.
Anthony, the thing is, you buy Viz and you don't buy Sunday Sport, no other problem, right? Thank you very much indeed. Right, Barbara from Livingston. Hello, Barbara.
Hi, James.
Yes, Barbara.
Great to see you back.
Thank you, Barbara.
And can I say the most tasteful thing I've seen in your show was the person last week, and the most tasteful is your dress sense.
Barbara, thank you very much indeed. What a lovely person. Warren from London. Hello, Warren.
Oh, James?
Yes, Warren.
3 cases of bad taste tonight.
Free taste?
3 cases of bad taste on your show tonight.
Is it?
1,
yeah.
You join us late in London yet again.
Did we? I thought we didn't. I didn't know we did that.
2, you wear disgusting shirts.
Yeah, yeah.
And 3,
yeah.
You show us pornographic literature. Nina Mishkov.
Oh, dear. Well, don't let it be said that I don't allow the people to criticise us on the programme get their point across. John from Shropshire. Hello, John.
Hello, James.
Yes, John.
Yeah, I like the shirt, mate.
Thank you, John. I mean, it's tasteful. It's quiet.
It's lovely. Yeah, great.
Just back playing that bloody yo-yo.
Can I ask...
Go and find the latest... Sorry, John.
Are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm with you, John.
Can I ask David, does he expect any serious adult to believe what he puts on the front page of his paper? I mean, let's be fair.
Yes.
You do?
Most weeks.
Most weeks?
But not every week. This week, you will have to see to believe, and it is true.
No, hang on, Dave. I mean, be fair.
David...
I mean, a Second World War aircraft on the moon. Let's be honest.
That was about a year ago.
Yeah, I know, but I mean that's a classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
It's a classic.
bus on the,
It's a classic. People wear it on T-shirts all over the country. It's been syndicated all over the world, and it's a great fun item. And that is a fun item.
Tourism, yeah.
Yeah. But you wouldn't actually take it seriously. You'd buy it for a bit of a laugh, wouldn't you?
Dead right, yeah.
You know, I mean, David would be in a different sort of. If you wanted to do serious news, you have a different.
If
sort
you
of
want a
newspaper, wouldn't
serious
you?
paper, by the Sunday
Yeah.
Times, by the boring, independent, etc. If you want a bit of fun, by Sunday
Right.
Sport.
Thank you very much indeed. And we got Chris back now, who's settled down a little bit. Chris, the thing is, of course, everybody out there who watches this program will, of course, enjoy reading Viz magazine, Viz comic, which we all do. Although some of the people who seem to work on it are a bit strange. I mean, Viz has the biggest circulation of any comic. It's all your own idea from your own house in Newcastle, didn't you?
Well, there's
start it
4
off?
of us who do it at the minute, yeah. But there's just a team of 4.
Do you ever get a lot of aggravation from the moralists saying this sort of thing shouldn't be on the shelf? We had a very interesting phone call earlier from a guy who
You've
said,
had a very interesting show.
said yeah, we have, haven't we? Yeah. Said that kids will pick it up by mistake. Is that true or not?
Yeah, well, we dropped the word comic to avoid that. I mean, it's up to the shopkeepers. All we can do is put the thing together. If somebody's going to sell it to kids, then it's the shopkeeper who's got to be a bit thick.
Yeah. David, because you would say people should have the right to see and read whatever they want.
Well, I would disagree with David before he even starts talking.
I want to know what harm it's going to do these children if they accidentally see this comic. That's what I'd like to know.
Well, yeah,
and I would like to...
All right, David, thank you. Chris, would you think that it would be harmful for children to read it?
Yeah, if it offended their parents that they were swearing and that they were in contact with that sort of language, yes, it would be harmful.
Good point. Okay, let's go back to the calls. John from Catterick. Hello, John.
Hello there, Mr. Wells, sir. How you doing?
Very well, thank you, John.
It's good to see you back, mate.
Thank you, John.
All I want to say is,
yes, John?
please don't go.
Thank you, John. Thank you very much indeed, John. Yeah, I'm trying to. No, I think it's too much slagging off being on this program tonight so far. So far, we have. You got the update on the vote line or not? What are you doing? Come on. Can you touch your toes, by the way?
Yeah.
Show me. Just in fact, can you do press-ups? Press-ups?
Yeah.
Okay, well, just lie along here and do press-ups. Yes, she can touch her toes, yes. 7,302 people so far during the programme think we are tasteful, and 6,245 think we're tasteless, but keep on doing it. And those are the final totals we'll have time for, but if you keep ringing the number, your vote will keep being recorded until about 2:10. Final bit I wanted to ask, and perhaps any of you would come in on this, is are you all afraid, I'll start off with Chris and I'll work up, Sully. Are you afraid, Chris, that this moral majority, supposedly, I think it's probably the minority, are a worry? Are you afraid what they might achieve or not?
Yeah, I could end up in chokey, couldn't I? They could use me as a scapegoat. I could be like a figurehead and they could put me in prison for perverting the youth of Britain.
Let me go
but not really, no, I'm not afraid of it.
You're not afraid of it, but you think that might happen?
Well, no, people are always going to criticise things that they find offensive. If they find it offensive, obviously they've got to criticise it. I mean, I'm an easygoing bloke. It's up to them. They can complain. I'll sort of sit here and say, fair enough.
David Sullivan, I mean, your paper comes in for a lot of criticism. I mean, you don't take it seriously. You think it's a bit of fun. People read it as a bit of a laugh, presumably.
Yeah, it's taken us a bit of laugh, but if you take the subject we're talking about, the moral crusade at the moment, what worries me, not for my paper, because my paper will be unaffected by it, but me as a citizen of Britain, in the last 10 years, that every cinema club in Britain has been shut down, the sex shops have been, 2/3 of them have been shut down, and the sale of girly mags have gone down 60%. In the same period of time, rapes have doubled, and yet people try to say that sex magazines cause rape. The only period of time in Britain where rapes went down was about 15 years ago, when there was a big surge in sale of sex magazines.
There's no hard evidence, though, because we tried to find some...
No, there isn't. The evidence, in fact, shows the other way, and facts support that.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. I look forward to seeing some of my hopeful friends in Stockton on Monday night. Next week, we are looking at horror. And what puts the willies up you? Join us then. In the meantime, from all of us, James Whale wishing you a very good weekend. Bye-bye. David, I wonder if I can have a look at the magazine. Of all the people I thought I was going to have trouble with